Hey everyone, and welcome. Let's dive right into a problem we all probably think about at least once, especially around the holidays here in Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
What happens when your Google Pixel screen cracks, during all the holiday chaos?
Right.
Luckily, we've got a great blog post here all about holiday phone repairs and a review of a pretty popular repair shop to help us out today.
Yeah, it's funny because the holidays are like the perfect storm for a cracked screen. You've got people rushing around and maybe a little too much eggnog.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you've got these Pixel phones with their amazing but super delicate OLED screens.
That's true.
It's practically a guarantee.
Yeah, and the blog post really gets into why OLED screens are both so great and kind of a nightmare when they break. They're super thin, packed with all this tech, and they're fused directly to the glass.
Yeah.
So it makes repairs a lot more complicated than with other phones.
Exactly. It's not like you can just slap on a new piece of glass. It's more like doing surgery on your phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you have to separate these layers and then rebond them without messing up the pixels.
Oh, I see.
And that takes specialized tools and a lot of expertise.
So those repair techs have their work cut out for them.
For sure.
The blog also mentions some other common Pixel screen problems besides cracks.
Oh, right.
Like unresponsive touchscreens and that weird display discoloration.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to deal with any of those?
Oh, yeah. I think we've all been there at some point.
Yeah.
And that's when a lot of people start thinking about doing those DIY repairs.
Oh, yeah. Those YouTube videos make it look so easy.
Right.
But our sources are pretty clear that DIY is a big no-no with Pixel screens.
Absolutely. It's way too risky.
Why is that?
Well, for one, you've got those super delicate OLED layers we talked about, but you could also end up voiding your warranty.
Oh.
Or even making the damage worse.
Oh, no.
You could even brick your phone.
Okay, hold on. What does it actually mean to brick a phone? I've heard that, but I don't really know what it means.
So basically, it means your phone becomes completely unusable.
Oh, wow.
Like a brick.
Wow.
It usually happens when someone tries to mess with the phone's software during a DIY repair. And something goes wrong.
Definitely not the kind of holiday surprise you want.
Definitely not.
So it sounds like professional help is the way to go.
Yeah.
And both of our sources seem to recommend Sydney CBD Repair Centre as the place to go, especially during the holidays.
Yeah, they seem great.
What makes them stand out to you?
Well, first of all, they're committed to staying open during the holidays.
That's good.
They know that accidents don't just stop happening because it's Christmas Eve.
Right?
And the blog post even has a testimonial from someone who got their Pixel fixed on Christmas Eve.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, talk about saving the day.
Yeah, it sounds like they really get it. Being without your phone during the holidays is the worst. But what makes them different from other repair shops? Why Sydney CBD Repair Centre specifically?
Well, their location is a big plus.
Okay.
They're right in the heart of Sydney.
Convenient.
Super convenient.
Yeah.
But they also specialize in Pixel repairs. So their technicians have specific expertise for these phones.
Okay.
And they use genuine Google parts, which is really important for quality.
So expertise, location, reliability, check, check, check.
Exactly.
But let's talk about the practical stuff.
Okay.
What kinds of Pixel screen issues can they actually fix?
Oh, they can fix pretty much anything.
Really?
Cracked screens, touchscreen problems, even that display discoloration you mentioned.
Wow.
They've even got those tricky curved screen replacements down.
Oh, wow.
For the Pixel 8 Pro.
Which are tough, right?
Yeah, a lot of shops have trouble with those.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and I like that the blog post mentioned preventative measures, too.
Yeah.
Like screen protectors and just being careful with your phone.
Right. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Exactly.
But sometimes accidents happen no matter how careful you are.
That's true.
So let's talk about cost.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know, how much is this going to set me back?
Yeah, nobody wants to get hit with a huge bill on top of a broken screen.
Right.
The sources said the cost depends on your Pixel model and how bad the damage is.
That makes sense.
But they did emphasize that Sydney CBD Repair Centre has competitive pricing.
Okay.
And they even offered discounts for cash payments.
That's good to know.
Yeah, but what about time?
Oh, yeah.
How long do you have to be without your phone?
That's a great question. And I'm happy to report that they offer same-day repair service.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So you don't have to be disconnected for too long.
That's great because especially during the holidays, nobody wants to be without their phone.
Exactly.
Okay, so they're quick, they're convenient, and they specialize in pixels. What about warranty, though?
Oh, yeah. Warranty is important.
Yeah.
Sydney CBD Repair Centre offers a 90-day warranty.
Okay.
On both parts and labor.
So not a lifetime warranty, but
Right.
90 days is still pretty good.
Yeah. And it shows they're confident in their work.
Exactly.
Okay, before we move on,
Yeah.
I think it's worth circling back to those DIY repairs. Even though it's tempting, what are the biggest reasons to leave it to the professionals, especially with a Pixel?
Well, you're dealing with some really complex stuff in there.
Yeah.
Those OLED screens are not like replacing a cracked screen on an old flip phone.
Right.
It's a completely different thing, and one wrong move could brick your phone.
And even if you don't completely destroy it,
Right.
you could still void your warranty.
Exactly.
Which means you're on your own if anything else goes wrong.
Yeah, you don't want that.
It's important to know your limits.
It is.
And to recognize when you need an expert. And it sounds like, especially in Sydney during the holidays, when you really don't want to be dealing with a broken phone, Sydney CBD Repair Centre is the place to go.
They seem like the best bet for sure.
All right, so it seems like we've got a pretty good handle on the basics of Pixel screen repair.
Yeah.
But we're just getting started.
Oh, right.
Let's take a deeper dive into the world of Pixel screens and explore some possibilities for the future of this technology.
Oh, that sounds cool.
After a quick break.
I can't wait. Welcome back. You know, before the break, we were talking about how fragile those Pixel screens are and how tricky they are to fix.
Yeah.
It got me thinking, wouldn't it be amazing if we had screens that could, like, heal themselves?
Oh my gosh, right, like straight out of a sci-fi movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine dropping your phone and instead of freaking out, you just watch the cracks disappear.
I know.
But is that even possible?
Well, it's actually closer than you might think.
Really?
Yeah, researchers are already developing self-healing materials.
Wow.
For things like car paint and airplane wings. Promo-y.
Huh.
Obviously, applying that to smartphone screens is a whole other challenge.
Yeah.
But it's not totally impossible.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
So how would it even work?
Well, the idea is that you'd have these tiny capsules in the material
Okay.
filled with a special healing agent.
Uh-huh.
And when the screen cracks, those capsules break open.
Okay.
And the agent flows out and basically glues the screen back together.
Oh, so there's like those little cuts you get on your finger that just kind of heal on their own?
Yeah, kind of similar concept, but on a much smaller scale.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So would it be like a totally perfect repair, or would you still be able to see where the damage was?
That's one of the big challenges right now.
Yeah.
The technology is more about stopping those tiny hairline cracks from spreading and getting worse.
I see.
Like a complete invisible fix for a shattered screen. That's still a ways off.
Yeah.
But who knows? Technology moves pretty fast.
Yeah, I can already imagine a future where cracked screens are just a bad memory.
Right.
But until then, we still need those reliable repair services.
For sure.
Like Sydney CBD Repair Centre.
Yeah, especially during the holidays.
Exactly.
It's like they're bridging the gap between what our tech can do now and what we really want it to be able to do.
It's true. And it's interesting how much customer expectations have changed as technology has gotten better.
Yeah, totally.
Remember when we used to wait weeks for repairs?
I know, and they'd give you a loaner phone in the meantime.
Yeah, all right.
Now we expect our phones fixed like before our coffee gets called.
Seriously.
And that's really pushed the whole repair industry to step up its game.
Yeah, and Sydney CBD Repair Centre seems like they're ahead of the curve.
For sure.
Speaking of innovation, let's talk about the Google Pixel itself.
Okay.
Our sources really emphasize how the technology in those screens makes them amazing.
Yeah.
But also really complicates repairs. They make it sound like those OLED screens are super temperamental.
Well, they are incredibly sophisticated.
Yeah.
And you have to remember they're incredibly thin and delicate.
Right.
So repairs require a lot of precision.
I see.
That's why trying to fix them yourself is so risky.
Yeah.
You could really mess things up.
It's like performing surgery on your phone.
Exactly.
And you wouldn't want just anyone operating on you.
No way.
So you shouldn't trust just anyone with your Pixel screen either.
You need an expert.
And in Sydney, it sounds like Sydney CBD Repair Centre is the expert.
Definitely. They seem to have that specialized knowledge.
Yeah.
And they're committed to using genuine Google parts.
Which is so important.
It is.
And their location, right in the heart of Sydney,
makes
them super convenient.
Super convenient.
It's like everyone.
It's like they're saying, hey, We're here for you.
Yeah.
Even when everyone else is closed for the holidays.
That's a great point.
It's a really reassuring message.
Especially if you've ever had that horrible feeling of cracking your screen during a special occasion.
Totally.
Our phones are such a big part of our lives these days.
They are.
It's almost like an extension of ourselves.
Yeah.
So having a reliable repair service can be a real lifesaver.
It can.
It's about peace of mind, knowing that if something goes wrong, you've got someone you can trust.
Exactly.
But, as we're looking at these sources, I think it's important to remember that Sydney CBD Repair Centre might be a great option.
Yeah.
But it's not the only option.
Right. It's always a good idea to do your research.
Yeah.
And compare different repair services
Exactly.
before you make a decision.
Think about things like price, warranty, location, customer reviews, and, of course, their expertise with Google Pixel devices.
Absolutely, because the best repair service for one person might not be the best for someone else.
It depends on your needs.
Exactly.
Speaking of needs, let's talk about something that doesn't always come up,
Okay.
but is super relevant.
What's that?
The emotional side of phone repairs.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
I know it might sound weird to talk about feelings when it comes to tech.
I know, right?
But hear me out.
Okay.
Our phones are more than just devices.
They are?
They hold our memories, our connections, our access to information.
Yeah, they're like a part of us.
So when they break, especially the screen, it can feel like a real loss.
Totally.
It can be super frustrating and even scary.
Yeah, especially if you really rely on your phone for work or to stay in touch with people.
Exactly.
And that's where the human side of a repair service comes in.
Right.
It's not just about fixing the broken screen.
Right.
It's about understanding how upset people are.
Yeah.
And making them feel better.
Like a good repair service will get that you're not just bringing in a broken device.
Right.
You're bringing in a part of your life.
Exactly. And that empathy can make a huge difference.
Yeah, it's about building trust, making the customer feel heard and understood.
Absolutely.
And that seems to be something Sydney CBD Repair Centre does really well.
They do, based on all those great customer reviews we saw.
They seem to have found a good balance between technical expertise and genuine customer care.
And that's what makes a truly great repair service.
Exactly.
So it's not just about fixing the phone. It's about fixing the whole experience of having a broken phone.
I like that.
Okay, so as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's shift back to the practical stuff.
Okay.
How to keep those Pixel screens safe and sound.
Good idea. We've talked about what to do if your screen cracks, but let's talk about how to prevent that from happening in the first place.
Yeah, let's get proactive.
All right, so we're back. And before the break, we were talking about, how stressful a broken screen can be, especially during the holidays. But let's switch gears a bit and talk about how to actually prevent those Pixel screen mishaps in the first place.
Yeah, good idea.
Be proactive.
Right. So one of the simplest things you can do is invest in a good screen protector and a sturdy case.
Okay.
It's like wearing a seatbelt in a car.
Oh, I like that.
You hope you never need it.
Yeah.
But it's there to protect you just in case.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So true.
And the blog post also talked about those everyday habits that can lead to drops.
Oh.
Like putting your phone on the edge of a table.
Yeah, precariously balanced.
Or shoving it in your back pocket where it can slip out.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
It's amazing how those little things can make such a difference.
It really can.
It's all about being aware of the risks.
Yeah.
And taking steps to minimize them.
A little planning goes a long way.
Exactly.
It's not just about protecting your phone.
Right.
It's about protecting your peace of mind, too.
That's true.
Like knowing you've taken precautions can really help with that anxiety.
Yeah.
Especially during the holidays when things are already a little hectic.
Totally.
You don't want to add a cracked screen to the mix.
No, you don't.
But let's say the worst happens, even though we try our best.
Okay.
What are some key things to remember when choosing a repair service?
Yeah, especially for those delicate Pixel screens.
Well, I think one of the biggest things is expertise.
Absolutely.
You want technicians who really know these Google Pixel screens inside and out.
Yeah, and Sydney's CBD Repair Centre really stood out to me in that regard. Like, they specialize in Google Pixel repairs.
Yeah.
They've got all that specific knowledge and experience.
Yeah, and using genuine Google parts is another plus.
Oh, for sure. It means your phone's being fixed with the right stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll keep working the way it should.
Exactly.
Another thing to look for is transparency.
Okay.
You want a repair service that's upfront about their pricing, their warranty, and the whole repair process.
Right. No hidden fees or surprises.
No, exactly.
And Sydney CBD Repair Centre seems to be good on all those fronts.
They do. They've got competitive pricing.
Yeah.
And even though the warranty isn't lifetime anymore, it's still a good 90 days.
Which shows they stand behind their work.
Yeah, and their commitment to those same-day repairs really says a lot.
It shows they're efficient.
Uh-huh.
And that they respect their customers' time.
Exactly, in this day and age.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to wait forever to get their phone back.
So to sum it all up,
expertise,
transparency, speed, and a customer-focused approach.
Those are the things that really matter.
Yeah, those are the hallmarks of a good repair service, no matter where you are in the world.
So do your research, compare your options.
Yeah.
And choose a service that fits your needs.
And remember, a cracked pixel screen doesn't have to ruin your day.
No, it doesn't.
With the right information and a little bit of planning,
you can get through it.
You can handle anything.
Exactly.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of Google Pixel screen repairs.
It has.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From the technical aspects of those OLED screens to the importance of finding a reliable repair service.
Especially in Sydney.
Especially during the holidays.
Yeah, where Sydney CBD Repair Centre seems to be the go-to place.
Definitely. And we've even touched on the possibility of self-healing phone screens in the future.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be a game changer.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope you learned some valuable information.
And that you feel more confident about dealing with any phone mishaps that come your way.
Until next time, take care and happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays!